Yo, what up? What's up, Blue Nation? What's up, Neon? Wait, is my music... Wait, I think I need to tune down my music. I don't know why it's so loud. Oh, it 100% is louder than it usually is. Alright. I think that's probably better. It's like a quieter part of the song, though. But I think this should be fine. Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Wednesday. Doesn't feel like a Wednesday for some reason. I'm not sure why. But anyway, let's go. I'm going to do like probably one set of Ultra League battles while we get some people in here. And then I'll get into the Ultra League tier list. I haven't really seen anyone else actually post an Ultra League or make an Ultra League tier list even. So, which is weird because we're already like a couple days into the season. But I know I haven't. I've been kind of dragging my feet a little bit. Not dragging my feet, but it's just... I had to stream like 6 hours a day during Go Battle Week, right? So that's my excuse. We got both cats in the cat bed as well. Oh wait, let me open up my TikTok chat next side by side too, so I don't miss anything here. Okay, we're gonna do one set of Ultra League battles. I did play some Ultra League as well yesterday, so I have a feeling on a good grasp, I think, on what the meta looks like. So let us get into it and then we'll see how it goes. I paid my dues. Yeah, I would hope so. Oh, again, let me know if the music's too loud for whatever reason. Struggling to find battles, which is a little bit weird, but I don't know. I guess Ultra League is a little bit less popular than Scroll Cup, but I think Ultra League's fun. Ultra League and Master League are a lot of fun for me because you're way less likely to get completely RPS, you know? Everything has a little bit more bulk. Things don't hit as hard because of that. Well, Master League's kind of a... Ooh, that's a terrible lead. All right, we got the Jellicent double fairy combination. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this like a winning matchup for them? I don't know. I think I don't shield here either way. I don't know. Maybe I do shield. 1, 2, 3. Okay. They have to optimize here. Hey, Jamal, thank you so much for the heart me. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Oh, they went Shadow Ball. What? Let's go. If I can flip switch here, that's really, really nice for me. But I'm doing like no damage with these fairy winds. Meanwhile, they're starting to chunk me here. MUJ, how are you doing? 2, 3. Okay. I'm pretty sure I survived this Shadow Ball. Oh my gosh. Too comfortably. Okay, this is good. Oh, and we catch. Nice. We flip switch and we catch. I'm doing well. How are you doing? All right, so for those that are joining in right now, too. Oh, I forgot. This thing gets sludge bomb. That's just kind of bad for me. 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to throw the Meteor Mash. So I'm going to finish one set of battles in Ultra League, and then I'll get into the tier list, just so that people have time to like get in here if they like. All right, this feels pretty good for me. What could they have in the back at this point? I have a Florges loaded with energy. I have a Jellicent at full health. I am behind a shield, but that's not the end of the world, I think. Okay, I might even get to a move before the Skeletor incinerates me down. Oh. Okay, that's not good. All right, so I think we definitely come in Florges here. We have a lot of energy too. And I don't really want to debuff first, because then they could just clear their debuffs, right? Oh, they shield? Really? Interesting. I might just throw one Fairy Wind and swap. I know they have energy, but I could catch a Surf here. Oh, they didn't throw. Okay. I'm not going to shield this, I think. Actually, let's shield it. It's kind of a stupid... It's not the smartest bait by them, but it is possible, yeah. 1. Okay. I didn't throw right away because I was scared that they were going to throw on charge like priority. Or they're going to catch. I need to be patient here. Okay, nice. Nice. There we go. I know they're going for the catch there, but... All right, bad lead, no problem. Hey, Almond, thank you so much for heart me. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Fish Eggs? I like Ultra generally. I just wanted to get through my battles quicker. Yeah, 100%. Especially for Go Battle Week, right? What's up, Darian? All right. But I do think that this Ultra League meta is solid. It is a little bit dominated by Jellicent, but that's okay, I think. Is this a playlist? Yes, it is. It's so for those that like Avatar: The Last Airbender, this is a artist that does lo-fi mix, so I'll paste it in both of my respective chats. But I essentially bought the albums from him, and I was like, hey, can I use this in my YouTube videos and streams? And he said, absolutely. I was like, all right, cool, sweet. So I've been using it for years. Okay, this thing, what is the pacing to payback? I actually don't even know. Is this 7? That's kind of crazy if it is. Oh my gosh, it really is 7. But they catch. Oh, and they catch on a Moltres. That is not good. Okay, let's do this. I'm trying to throw this right away. I'm not going to shield. So I came in Florges because Florges is a little bit worse of an answer. Or it has a literally play into Tentacruel. They probably go payback, but I should be able to survive it. I think if they shield, I shield. Otherwise, it's not really worth shielding here. Yeah, absolutely. No problem at all. Okay, this is not too bad. They could farm me for sure here, but I don't think I mind it too much. I don't know. Yeah, they probably farm me all the way down, actually. It's actually kind of troublesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think they have to throw eventually, though, right? I shield the payback again, obviously, because... Man, Tentacruel having play into Jellicent is kind of annoying, though. Okay. They do throw the energy, which is something. They probably throw another payback at me than dip, but I'm almost guessing... I'm almost 100% positive they have a Dark in the back. So we kind of have to let it go. Oh, okay. That's a little weird. Okay, I'm just gonna throw the Moonblast. I don't know if it's worth it to bait here. I don't know. I probably should have just baited. Meteor Bash does a good chunk too. Okay, they shield. I need to grab their shield, so. If it's Icy Wind, I survive it. If it's Shadow Ball, I do not. Do I just full send the Shadow Ball? Okay, I think I full send my Shadow Ball. I don't want to take any additional damage here if I don't need to. Let's see what they do. I guess it goes straight Shadow Ball either way. Okay. Do you think they go Shadow Ball here? I'm just gonna no shield, I think. I think I lose this either way if it is a Shadow Ball. Yeah. Because they just get the payback, right? The Shadow Ball catch was really, really good for them. That was actually really, really good. And unfortunately, I didn't really get too much value out of the matchup with the Florges. I think in that situation, I probably just still come in Clefable. Why is this so laggy right now? I think I still come in Clefable because, yeah. You're playing Jelly too? Yeah, Jelly is really, really nice. Yeah, if you all have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender before, watch it. The animated series. The live action on Netflix is okay. It's not bad. It's not as good as the animated, but it's okay. The live action movie from M. Night Shyamalan is absolutely the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. It's actually crazy. It's that bad. But it's actually kind of comical how bad it is. Okay. I'm actually going to go Trailblaze here. It's a better move to throw. And then they can always like clear the debuff, right? So throwing Chilling Water here doesn't make too much sense, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I'm gonna shield once. I need a flip switch advantage here. Florges might go in every league. It is pretty good. Hey, for sure. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Jamal. Hope you have a great rest of your day. All right. Really lagged for me the first couple sets today. Oh, dang. You couldn't finish the movie? Dude, I was stuck in the movie theater, so I had to finish the movie. I will say, though, I will forever be grateful for that movie because the reason why I watched the animated series is because that movie is coming out. Because I was back at home after a year of college, and ooh, that's Star Trek Prairie. That's actually pretty big. And I was hanging out with some of my friends from high school, and they're like, "Yo, we gotta go watch this Avatar: Last Airbender movie." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "That's a kids show. Why would we watch that?" And he's like, no, it's actually really good, and the movie's coming out. So I spent the next few days. Let's see if this Brutal Swing is actually not too bad. I think I just swapped straight over to oh, Thunder Punch. Okay, I'll just go Clefable here. Let's hope that Jellicent's strong in the back. If not, I'm just triple weak to this team, and it is what it is. But so they're like, no, it's really good. You gotta check it out. So to prepare for the M. Night Shyamalan movie, 1, 2, 3, I decided to watch the animated show, and otherwise I wouldn't have gotten into it. So in a way, I'm kind of glad that Garbage Fest came out. But yeah. Okay, can we farm down? Is the real question. I think I might. We'll go try to. 2, 3, 4. It's quite bad for me still, though. Okay, I'm going to catch a Leaf Blade, which is not the best idea. But we get a Hex through. Getting the Hex through is pretty important here. I'm triple weak to this team, essentially. 1, 2. Okay. They can't double kick me down, so I have that going for me, at least. I'm just going to throw this. Yeah, I'm just going to throw this Shadow Ball. Okay. They still have 2 Pokemon they could catch on, and they could time me out if it comes to it. I don't think it'll come to a timeout, though, but it is a possibility. What are they doing? Why are they doing this? Oh. I guess that's fine, because now I farm extra energy. I get a free Fairy Wind through here. I don't take the damage. Wait, what? Oh, the game lagged. I shouldn't have taken that damage. I don't think it would have mattered, but that's kind of annoying, though. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken the rollout damage there. All good. I mean, that's a triple strong to the Jellicent team. What can you really do, right? With a bad lead on top of it. Oh, really? Well, like, probably one of the worst leads. I guess Licky Licky's worse into it. But, yeah. I watched the original Avatar cartoon when I was a kid. Haven't watched any of it afterwards. You made the right choice. Did you watch Legend of Korra, the sequel to it? Because I think that was actually really, really solid. It's not, in my mind, it's not as good as Avatar Last Airbender, but it's still really, really good. And I think, unfortunately, because it came out after Avatar Last Airbender, people think it's worse than it is because they make the comparison, which I think is fair. But I think if Legend of Korra came out by itself and there was no Avatar Last Airbender, more people would like the show even more. Yeah. I'm confused how I missed the live action dropping. Yeah, so the live action, TV show. Oh, I'm just doing bad timing. That's actually not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I forgot, because Shadow Ball, you get there in 4 instead of 5. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's definitely better than the M. Night Shyamalan version. 100%. Okay. I think we just throw a Surf and farm down, I guess. Yeah, we throw a Surf and farm down. Ooh. It's actually kind of good for me. Okay, I'm just going to come in Clefable here. It's good chip damage. Oh, they didn't even shield. Okay, great. I'm gonna farm a lot here. Okay. This damage is pretty inconsequential. I'm a little worried they have like a Guzzlord in the back. Okay. Oh, that's really good. We can just farm this. I don't know how aggressive I could farm here. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, it's full energy, right? what else can we do? I wonder if I could pivot out. I don't know if I want to, though. I don't think I want to. Okay, we get the... Ooh. I'm a shield here. If I could get rid of this, I take out 3 of their Pokemon, which is quite nice for me. What do you think they have in the back, though? Because I could, if they don't shield this, I permanently debuff whatever's in the back with my Florges, which should always be a good position to be in. Really? They shield? Okay, that's fine with me. This is still pretty good, but yeah, let's see. They're pretty much out of energy, I think. So their own Jellicent? Oh. Okay. I forgot. This thing has Meteor Mash, so it's actually quite bad for my Florges. I can't shield this. Ooh, that's really bad for me. That's really, really bad for me because they're over energy too. I mean, I can't shield this, right? I need to throw ASAP just to preserve as much health as possible. This Clefable is gonna hurt 100%. I probably should swap to I don't know. Swapping to Florges right away also doesn't make too much sense, I think, but does Florges win charge attack priority? I think that's what I'm really concerned about. I just need to farm this down, I think. I don't know if I can, though. 1, 2. Oh, I should have thrown. I mean, I had back-to-back, but it doesn't really matter. No, we don't win charge attack priority. That was close. I don't know if Trailblaze would have been enough, though, for what it's worth. But, yeah, Clefable in the back is kind of annoying there. The anime show is one of the best written works of fiction because there's so many writers that felt unbiased. Like life in a way, it's not colored by only one person's perspective and agenda. Yeah. No, you're good. I understood that completely. I was 8 when the M. Night Shyamalan came out, so rose-colored glasses for me. Yeah, you should rewatch it and see. I mean, I will say a lot of things you rewatch too, like that I really liked as a kid. I rewatched it. It's not as good as I thought it was. Like Power Rangers, boy was that bad. Boy was that bad. Yeah, but yeah. When you're 8, you loved it. Yeah. So I guess Ethan, question for you is: have you seen the animated show as well, or just the M. Night Shyamalan? Ooh. Okay, we're able to optimize perfectly off this at least. I kind of need a flip switch here, but it's gonna be super hard. I feel like, right? There's just no way. Okay, so what I could do is I could farm down the fortress and leave with energy, maybe. I was just saying how Ultra's not that RPS, but it actually does feel kind of RPS right now, too. I don't know. I haven't really enjoyed the Ultra League meta in a hot second. I used to enjoy it a lot, but I think because power creep and XLs have kind of like ruined the league in a way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's just my thoughts on it. I don't know what other people think, but Jurassic Park will always be good. Mortal Kombat, yeah. There's something else that was really good. 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is pretty solid for me, I think. Let's swap. It's gonna do a lot of damage though. Okay, charge like priority. You think they shield this? They have a lot of energy, so I feel like they might. And they don't have, like, the easiest answers to my Jellicent, right? Honestly, it's not the end of the world if they don't, because I could just farm down with Clefable. And that would be also pretty good. Nice, they shield. Good. Okay. I am going to shield here, I guess. They catch? They do catch. Okay, that's fine. It's a good catch, but at the same time, they lock themselves into a Clefable. And that's not a fun time for them, I think. Okay. Do we full send on the Moonblast? It still does good chunk. Not that crazy, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'm just going to Meteor Mash. I think it's fine. I can throw on proper timing here. If they no shield, that's still a good chunk of damage. They might not know the new counts. I don't know. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, see what I mean? That's still a good chunk of damage. Okay. Kind of need to preserve some of this health, though. 1, 2. I don't love this. Can we get damage transfer here, I guess? Okay, hold on. Let me think this through. How do we play this out? I don't really want to take super effective Volt Switches is the issue. I had to dump a lot of energy if I'm trying to sweep this with Clefable, which is also not great for me. Gosh. Okay, we take this out, I guess. I don't think we win this one. I don't know. Dude, a lot of people are prepared. Look at this. Triple counters to Jellicent, right? That's the strat. Okay. Let's see what they come in with. They farm me down. This Dusknoir still has a ton of energy, though. Nah. Why did they even swap out there? They weren't debuffed. Oh, were they scared? Were they trying to catch, I guess? I guess they're trying to catch. Yeah, they had a little too much. Yeah, triple counters to Jellicent again. Jellicent is definitely an S tier Pokemon, but if you have this many answers to it, then it's not going to be easy to run. Okay. GG. Yeah, I was going to lose anyway, so I'm not really sure why they did all that, because they really didn't need to, is I guess my thought process, but What's up, R? All right. There's no war about Sensei. Yeah. I think we all agree that the Pokemon, the movie, is the best film ever made. Oh, like the first one? The first one was pretty solid. I cried. I remember getting a Mew as well from it. Okay. Let me get into the tier list here. And set all that up. So, let me just change my settings real quick. Where is this? Oh, editor mode. Wait, what? Why can I not? Is it director mode? No, what is happening? Yeah, what is happening right now? Give me a second, because I'm not sure why my TikTok studio is bugging out right now. Why can I not switch the layout on TikTok? I am uber confused. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna restart the TikTok stream, so everyone that's watching on TikTok. Actually, is there a way I could change this? Oh, here it is. It was just bugging out. Okay, let me swap over to the tier list, and then we'll go from there. All right. Let me see. Okay, we'll do this. All right. Okay. Now let's get into this Ultra League tier list. So welcome everyone to my Precious Paths Ultra League tier list, whether you're watching this live or on the YouTube VOD or in the YouTube video. This is going to be my assessment of where I think everything will be placed for this season. And I don't think I've seen too many other tier lists for Ultra League, at least. So if you don't like it, you could also make your own. I have this template is technically public, so just search Precious Ultra League in Tier Maker, and you'll be able to use the same exact template if you would like to make your own and show off your own take. Why is my tier list chat window so low? I don't know why. Let me see real quick. I guess I'm gonna just adjust it down a bit. I don't really know why. It's weird. It's odd. I don't like how it looks, to be honest. But okay, maybe it's because, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm just like adjust the crop on it a bit. Did this do anything? I don't think this did anything. It is what it is. Okay. It's good enough for me, I guess. All right. So, what is happening? All right. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. I just need to change my I need to change my settings real quick to something else, because TikTok is like very, very strict about how they publish your info for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't know. I'm just going to set as Pokemon Go. If they do something, they do something. Maybe Alwyn might be able to help me. I don't know. As my mod. Anyway, okay. Let's get into the Precious Paths Ultra League tier list, and we'll place everything based on how I assess things. We have top meta, of course, in the S tier. Meta is just A, fringe meta is B, probably bad is C, and then D is bad and E is hot garbage. Everything is, for the most part, usable. So for those purposes, I actually am not. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I know in Great League, you don't really use Kyogre, right, in Great League. But everything here is technically usable in the Ultra League format, so might as well. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. So I'm going to tier everything that has been like directly updated with like a new moveset or something. And then obviously a lot of things have been like buffed, like Wall Rain, but it's not in the blog post because obviously it already had Powder Snow, but Powder Snow is what was adjusted there. All right, Ursa Ring, So Ursaring has... Wait, when did Ursaring get Shadow Claw? Did it always have Shadow Claw? I actually don't... but it got Play Rough, right? Did it get Shadow Claw too? I don't remember when Ursaring got Shadow Claw, actually. But anyway, it's got Play Rough, Shadow Claw, Ultra League. It's ranked 197 overall. Not good. It's maybe okay, but it's not that good, right? It's not as bulky as it is in Master League. So I'd probably put it in the probably bad category. There's just better options for normal types, right? If you really want to use a normal type. It does have close combat. Oh, sorry. This is Ursaring. No wonder Ursaluna. Sorry. Ursaluna is the one that's not good. 618 ranked overall for the Shadow. Yeah, that's hot garbage right there. Actually, no, I wouldn't put hot garbage. I put it's bad. There's like some legitimate things that are hot garbage worthy that we will cover. But yeah, that one's pretty bad. Titan, a bit bulkier in Ultra League. It is ranked 105 overall. But I think the unfortunate part is it's Powder Snow, Icicle Spear, and Superpower. They're all resisted from Jellicent, which is an absolute powerhouse right now in Ultra League. So, unfortunately, I would say it's probably fringe meta if at best. Because yes, in a good matchup, it could be okay. But the problem is of the things that people are using, it's really hard to use. Petition to put XL Morpeko out here. I will humor you if you're curious about where Morpeko falls. It falls at 214, which is honestly still 400 plus placements above Ursaluna. But I would not put Ursaluna on here if I had a choice. But it is a recently buffed Pokemon, so I'm going to entertain it. Blaziken as a Shadow is 151, non-Shadow 225. It's probably bad, honestly. Yeah, it's probably bad. It might be... No, I wouldn't put it as the bad category. That's a little too egregious. But again, just it's not as bulky. It's terrible in Great League, or it's not great in Great League. It's probably slightly better in Ultra League, but again, Jellicent being around, and you wall off all that moveset, right? If you have Blast Burn, Aura Sphere, Ember, it's not great. Maybe Brave Bird, but it's still not enough to one-shot a Jellicent. Yeah. Armor Mewtwo's, yeah, it's because Armor Mewtwo's, you know, there's no, like, official sprite for it, so, or not from the same websites. Regidrago. Vice Grip did help it quite a bit. It was running Hyper Beam before, which was also the same coverage, right? Normal Dragon coverage. I do think it's actually really, really solid. I probably put it at meta. I think it's kind of good. It doesn't really beat the Fairy, so obviously, even with Vice Grip, but it's not too bad. Okay. The Dunsparce, which is a little bit more usable in Ultra League, but again, I would put this in the bad category, just like Ursaluna. It's ranked 719. They're just better normal types. And in particular, there's better rollout normal types in Ultra League. Licky Licky is the spoiler for that one. Melodic, it got Aquatail, and it's ranked 113 as a Shadow, 139 as a non-Shadow. I probably still put it as... Again, it's like a Pokemon that's walled off from Jellicent, right? So I'll probably put it in the probably bad category. I put it actually behind the Blaziken. I think it has play, but the problem is, like, you would just use a different water type. I think that's the bigger issue. I don't think it's worse than Blaziken in a way, but I think in practicality, you just wouldn't use it over the other water types. So I think that's the biggest reason why I would put it there. But I think you could definitely win some games if you really want to run it. It's just like, why not run Tentacruel? Why not run Jellicent? Why not run Walrein, right? Those are all better options. Lumineon at 710 with Water Gun, Aquatail, Silverwind. Whoa. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Please tell me the tier list. Okay, it's so good. All right. 710. That's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. And it's an XL Pokemon, which means that you have to dump a lot of resources. All right. This is his max CP. 2,050. At best, Buddy is 2,075. I mean, honestly, this probably would categorize as the irrelevant category, but I forgot to add that one, so we're just going to put it into hot garbage. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, everything is, in some way, shape, or form, could be XL for Ultra League. It's just not that good. Kyogre is at 704, 744. That's not good either. Definitely gonna be in the bad category. Again, it's just like there's just better waters you can even use, and there's some legendary Pokemon that are useful in Ultra League, but Kyogre's not one of them. And yeah, no one's building the Lumineon. You know what? I might just do it one day just for the memes. I have the triple elemental monkeys. So the what is it called? The what are those called again? They evolved from shoot. Do you all know what I'm talking about? I always forget what they're called. Elemental monkeys Pokemon. Yeah, Passimian. Yeah. So the elemental monkeys are Simisage, Simisear, and Simipour. I have like almost like I think I have rank 1s or top 5 ranks of all of them for Ultra League, and they all are heavy XL investments. And one day I just want to randomly use them. I don't know why. I just see how many games I could win off of it. Maybe I'll do it for like a fun time. I don't know. But I have all the XLs for it too. Yeah. I also, fun fact, people might not know this about me, but I am the world record holder of Pampor XL candies, the blue one. I guarantee if you all check your inventory, see how much Pampor XLs you have, you will not match mine. And I'll show you just in the camera real quick. 4,600 XL candies and 22k regular candies. Yeah. So I am the world record holder of that. Just because it's because I used to spawn at tournaments and I just caught a lot of them. And none of the top grinders in the world had that much because they don't spawn that often. So yeah, but pretty wild, right? What I think about Electros with Volt Switch, Dragon Claw, and Liquidation, yeah, it's not great. So Electros is not even ranked high enough for me to add it to the tier list because I pretty much added everything in the top 50. I also included everything that got recent moveset updates, so that's the ones you see in a different icon, right? And then, how do you spell Electros? Oh, sorry, it's 2 E's. Yeah, it's 525 overall. It's pretty rough. So, there's just better types, right? It's just also electro types aren't the easiest to run, but like this is one of those times where even Ampharos is better. So, and I know I'm not the biggest Ampharos supporter. Okay, what's up, Juanbot? All right, Bronzong. Yeah. Anyway, if anyone has more Pampor XL candies, hit me up. I'm curious, but I don't think it'll be the case. Bronzong is at 104 overall with Confusion, Weather Ball, Payback. It's not terrible for coverage purposes. The typing's okay. Again, though, it's kind of just like a rough one because Jellicent is in the meta, but you can hit back against it, and you're okay-ish into stuff like Tentacruel. I'd probably put it in fringe meta, and that's being a little on the generous side, but I think it could be okay. Yeah, it's you know, but yeah, the typing is okay. It's just Jellicent is something to watch out for. However, it seems like a lot of people are ready for it. Suicune, not so great. It's not terrible, especially in Ultra League. There were metas in the past, like early GBL seasons, where Suicune actually was like usable. But right now it's at 242. Shadow's at 372. I'd probably put it somewhere in like the, you know, probably bad category. It's not terrible, but it's okay, I guess. Hydreigon, especially the Shadows, ranked 51. Non-Shadows 115. This one could be okay. I actually haven't seen any. It could be good, though. Being Double Weak to Fairy kind of sucks, though, with Clefable being around pretty prevalently. A lot of Fortress. But I think it's actually not bad for a fringe meta pick. And I actually like it a lot in the sense that its typing is nice, right? Because it resists everything Jellicent has. You know, honestly, I might give this a shot down the road. I don't have a Shadow Dino, though, is the problem. I really need to get one of those. But that one actually might be okay because Jellicent, it does wall off Jellicent's moveset. But it's just still very frail in Ultra League. Go-Goat is usable in Ultra League. You can power. I don't even think it needs. You don't even need XLs for it, actually. Vine Whip, Leaf Blade, Rock Slide. It's all right. It's all right. I'll put it in the fringe meta. But again, you would just run Virizion. The issue is Virizion resists all those movesets. So Ampharos is okay. Yeah, I mean, I did lose one like a few minutes ago. I didn't put on my tier list because it's out of the top 100. It's okay. I don't love it, but I think it's okay. Yeah. Maybe I should have included it, but I did not. I would put it in the fringe meta category. I wouldn't put it in meta, but it's definitely fringe meta. It's not bad. Glalie as XL, Powder Snow, Avalanche, Shadow Ball. It's not that good. It's probably bad. I'll put it here. Yeah. It's just not. There's just better options for sure. And even the Powder Snow buff doesn't really help that much. The Shadow Ball buff is okay for it, but again, there's better options. That was make Ninetales top meta. Well, he used it in Great League, right? So this is Ultra League, but Ninetales was like decent in Ultra League. It wasn't as good in Great League, but he made that thing look stupid good in Sukar, or at least stupid safe. Like there weren't a lot of answers to it, which was why he was able to bring it so often. Outside Scizor, and the Scizor meta is kind of crazy, but he was very, very strong in Scizor, I think. So Lunatone does need an XL. I mean, this is another one too. I want to run like a Lunatone Solrock team in Ultra League one day just for troll purposes, but yeah, this one's Weather Ball, Ice, Rock Slide, Psywave. It's definitely in the probably bad category. Like you could definitely use it. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna put in probably bad. It is ranked 162, and it has some convincing wins in some situations. It's just not good enough. Solrock, Psywave, Fireball, Rock Slide. This one feels like a little bit worse in my mind because you don't have the ice coverage, I guess. But I don't know. I'll put it here. I don't want to do it too disservice-wise because the stats are like similar. So, okay. Aerodactyl, another rock. This one's just not good. Dragon Breath, Rock Slide, Earth Power. The pacing's like okay, but it's just it's probably the best out of the bad Pokemon, but it's not like you can't win games with it. It's just going to be really hard. Tyranitar, another rock type. It's actually the Shadow's ranked a little bit worse, but it's 255 for the non-Shadow and 270 for the Shadow. Okay, well that is interesting. I don't think it's good though. I think it's honestly maybe even I don't even know if it's better in Great League for what it's worth. I would put this in the probably bad category. I think it's probably more serves. It's more unique. I put it here because it's more unique than these. Not saying it's necessarily always better, but like the typing is kind of nice. You have to shield the Jellicent though. That's the thing, right? So with serve coverage, it's not as easy to use. Lucario, Force Palm, Aura Sphere, Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball buff also helps it quite a bit. I don't know. I don't love it either. I would put this also in the probably bad category. It's not like unusable, but there's just better fighters, and it's just a fighter that loses to other fighters, right? So that's not as great. And also, Force Palm and Aura Sphere is really walled off from Jellicent. Yeah, you could land the Shadow Ball against it, but like at that point, why use that, right? Like it's just a little bit safe for you, but it's just if you don't land it, you do no damage, right? So Dash Bun, dude, I don't know why this thing's like everywhere, but they keep trying to buff this thing. It's just not as good. It's definitely in the probably bad category. It does have Charm though, so you have that. Charm, Body Slam, Psychic Fangs, but it's, I don't know, not really my favorite. Gourgeist with Incinerate and Shadow Ball is nice. Again, the tough part is Jellicent is kind of a bulk machine in Ultra League, and resisting the Incinerate just makes this matchup even harder. So I would put it... You do wall off stuff, but I'd probably put it more in the fringe meta still. You do wall off Virizion. It's kind of hard to use, I feel like, in some situations. I don't know. You can make the argument that maybe it's in the meta tier. So I'll put it at the top of fringe meta. Tyranitar C tier, yeah. So here's why. Tyranitar is ranked 255. It's just tough, you know. And you had to shield everything. That's the thing, right? You beat Jellicent, but it's still fairly close as a dark type, making that close. Like you finish off with like in the 2 shields with like 5% or less health. In the 1 shield, you finish off at about 10-15% health. That's not great. And the 0 shields, they take you to about 25% health. So as a dark type that's supposed to beat ghost types, it's just not as reliable, you know. And it obviously Dusk Nor has the double super effective Dynamic Punch. Yeah, 255. I am going to try to run it, though. A little bit, just for fun. Yeah, the Dusknoir does hit Jelly quite hard. Yeah, Dusknoir I think is still very, very strong. Oh, Delmise. Oh my gosh. This thing, man. It's actually not as bad in Ultra League for what it's worth. 147. Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, Brutal Swing. It's kind of like a Trevenant in a way. Trevenant is ranked a little bit higher than it. But this is actually not that bad. It's just not good, you know? Yeah, I mean, what does Delmise even beat, right? If this thing doesn't beat, it does beat Jellicent. It beats Empoleon, it beats Feraligatr. It loses a Lapras, that's kind of awkward. I don't think it's great, but I'll put it in the fringe meta for now. I don't think it's unusable, though. Yeah, I really don't think it's that unusable. Tentacruel is actually really solid. With the payback, you can hit back against Jellicent, which is nice. And it's already kind of a bulk monster, so it's not like you get one shot from a Shadow Ball. So you can tank the Shadow Ball and still hit a super effective payback. And with Poison Sting, you get to it pretty quick. In 7 Poison Stings, you get to a payback. That's kind of fast. Scald in 6, like, those are pretty solid. I'll put it in the meta category. I think it's actually quite good. And there's a lot of fairies. Houndstone, yikes, this thing is not good. And it's an XL Pokemon as well. Definitely throwing it into that bad category. Yeah, we'll put it there. I'm curious what this even hits CP-wise. I mean, it does hit 2,500, so... But it is an XL investment, nonetheless. And then we have Doublade. So I did not realize Doublade actually gets this high up in CP. I thought it was like kind of like one of those Great League second stage evolutions, but in Ultra League, you need the Aegis Slash. Dude, this thing's actually kind of solid. Shadow Claw, Sacred Sword, Gyro Ball. Might be meta, but the problem is it's super expensive to make. So it might be kind of hard to actually run in theory because you just can't make it, or a lot of people can't make it, but it actually might be okay. Surprise Gorgeist payback users are spooky. Yeah, quite. What's the best team for Great League Cup right now? For the Scroll Cup, I was running Gastrodon with Earth Power, Shadow Murkrow, and Morpeko, and I was having a lot of fun with it. It's pretty frail, but a lot of things are kind of frail. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Should I keep my Shadow rank 101 Swilus or evolve it to Ultra rank 50? Ooh, that's a good question. I think it's worth it. You're upgrading it for starters, right? And 2, you can still catch another Shadow Dino to make this Swilus. 3, Shadow Swilus is not that meta, right, in Great League. And you could just catch another one before in case and just have an extra one just in case. Yeah, so if you really want to run this Hydreigon, it could be nice. Yeah, that's actually a really nice ranked Hydreigon, actually. Yeah, but okay. Ludicolo does get buffed quite a bit. Astonish, Weather Ball, Leaf Storm. Now the rankings on this is a little bit deceptive because if you land the Weather Ball bait then land the Leaf Storm, it's really good, right? And the way PvPoke does its rankings is on the one shield situation. And obviously, if you bait once with a Weather Ball and land a Leaf Storm, you probably one-shot a lot of things that you're supposed to beat, you know, or do a ton of damage, especially after Astonish adds up. Is it meta? I don't know. I do have one that I could try running, but it might be okay. I'll throw in the meta for now. I haven't seen any, but it might be okay. Yeah. And then Hisuian Samurott. This thing is Fury Cutter, Icy Wind, Dark Pulse. It got Sacred Sword too, right? And I think it's okay. You kind of need the dark damage though with all the Jellicent running around. And you should be able to beat Jellicent, and you do. It's actually a lot closer. Jellicent's throwing all resistant moves at you, and you barely win the one shields. That's not a good sign. You finish off with 10 HP. That's really, really bad. That's really, really bad in my mind. So, I mean, it's not like unusable, but it's definitely on the probably bad category. Definitely on the probably bad category. Because it's just not good enough. Kartana's a little bit bulkier in Great League, or sorry, Ultra League. But again, definitely in the probably bad category. It's just still too frail. I mean, it's literally a piece of paper. Yeah, no problem, Pombot. Yeah, hopefully it goes well. Is Drapion back? More fairies and jellies? It could be, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about everything else that has not been like updated directly with like a new move, but may have been impacted. Let's talk about Drapion. 35 overall, Poison Sting, Crunch, Aqua Tail. It's not bad. Jellicent being around is pretty good. It's not bad into Tentacruel either, right? I mean, you resist everything Tentacruel could throw at you. Except, well, the Skull actually hits quite a bit, but outside of that. But you have play. You can be Florges. You have play into a lot of other things. I think it's okay. I wouldn't put it in meta, though. I would put it in maybe fringe meta. I don't know. Actually, it might be meta. Let me think. I don't know. It feels a little hard to use still. I know it's ranked 35 overall, but I would make the argument that it's not as good as some of these other things. It's got play, right? It's got play into a lot of things at the top. It just is. It doesn't hit as hard, and it's not as bulky as other Ultra League XLs. So you have a rank 1 Shadow. What? Yeah, it does feel pretty anti-meta. So there's that. But okay. A few other things that did get nerfed pretty hard. So Belly Bolt did, obviously, with Parabolic Charge. It is still ranked 41 overall, but not as good as it used to be. I'll throw this in the fringe meta as well. I think it's okay, but you just can't 2-shield through the stuff you used to. Obviously, in a Jellicent meta, it's going to be ranked pretty high still, so that is things to consider. Spiritomb is something that is just weird. It does make the top 50 though at 49, so that's why I added it, because I added everything that's in the top 50 at a minimum. Sucker Punch, it's just a good move, right? It's the old counter. You got Shadow Ball that got buffed, and then Rock Tomb's always solid. You get to Shadow Ball and Rock Tomb in 8 Sucker Punches. It's okay. It's also really hard to build because it's very expensive, right? You need XLs for it, so it's yeah. A lot of people just won't have the option to run it even if they want to. I mean, it's not like these things really spawn much outside of Halloween. Other ghost types, Cough or Gregas. This one has been kind of out of the meta for a while, but with the Shadow Ball buff, it's actually not bad. It's just that Dusknoir kind of takes the cake for the ghost types that have that are pure ghost types, I think. It is ranked 57 overall, though, so probably some type of fringe meta as well. Yeah, definitely some type of fringe meta. But I think it's just the problem is you would just run another ghost type, right? Because Dusknoir overall is 29. Shadow, Astonish, Dynamic Punch, Shadow Punch. Non-Shadow is 36. But yeah, I think that Dusknoir is just really, really good as a pure ghost type. And the coverage is nice as well. I don't know how much really walls it off, too. So, and because it's also in a Jellicent meta, I think it's actually quite nice. I might actually put it in the top of the meta for now. Jellicent, might as well talk about it because it is on everyone's mind. It is pretty nice, pretty busted. But I think the thing is everyone's running counters to it, so it's actually kind of hard to see run. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of merit to both Shadow and non-Shadow Dusknoir. Having used it in the past, I think that non-Shadow just doesn't hit nearly as hard as you would want it to. But then the Shadow also doesn't tank the damage as hard. So it's like kind of a trade-off. I personally don't like using it because I'm just not good at Dusknoir in any league for whatever reason. But I've lost to it plenty. Maybe way too many times. Okay, Runerigus, though, 40 overall. This was pretty common in past seasons because of its matchup. It's like Belly Bolt was like kind of nice and everything like that. Especially if they run the triple electric moveset with Thundershock instead of Sucker Punch. It's still okay. It's 40 overall right now. I don't think it's like hyper meta because of that. But I think it's okay. We'll put it there. Again, there's better ghost types. And with less electrics around, I don't think it's nearly as relevant as it used to be. Are we missing any other ghost types? Oh, Trevenant. I mean, it's like Ghost Grass, but it is a ghost type. 56 overall with Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball buff. Shadow Ball buff in particular, not the Shadow Claw didn't get buffed, but Shadow Ball did. It's alright. It's alright. I wouldn't put it in meta, but I think it's right here. The Gourgeist is nice, though, because you have play into some of the steals, right? Fortress being the main one, because Fortress is kind of busted in this current meta, so I think it's actually not too bad at all. Drifblim also still makes it into the top 100. And we did face one earlier. Hex, Shadow Ball, and Icy Wind's the moveset choice, but I think Astonish actually has a lot of merit too. And I guess you can maybe go Mystical Fire if you really want some steal coverage, but I think Icy Wind's just way better, especially in a league with so many dragons. So, yeah, 91 overall. It's okay. Again, probably on the more fringe side of things. It's usable, but it's just I mean, it's still fairly usable, I'd say, even though it's 91 overall. It's just, again, you probably opt for like Dusknoir if you really want to, or Jellicent. Annihilate technically is a ghost type as well, but most people see it as a fighter, which understandable, but I'm just going to tier it. So 80 overall Shadow, 97 non-Shadow. It's okay. Is it top meta in a Jellicent meta? I don't think so. But it's okay. It's a fighter that beats the other fighters as well. So it has some play. It just doesn't seem... It seems kind of hard to use in my mind. And you have to shadow... Like, you have to shield... You have to shield Licky, right? With the Shadow Ball and how fast it gets to it. So it might not be as easy to do. Giratina is that Ghost Dragon. 30 overall. I mean, this thing just, like, doesn't really ever drop out of the top, like, 50 rankings ever, right? It's just very solid. They did change Shadow Sneak a bit. But yeah, you get the Shadow Sneak and Shadow Dragon Claw in 13 turns respectively. So don't really have a great bait move here, but out of the recommended moveset at least, but it's good. Is it meta? It's kind of hard to get to. I'll throw at the bottom meta. I mean, I think Giratina is always something that you have to respect. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I haven't really seen much of it because one Shadow Ball does way too much, and a Shadow Sneak doesn't one-shot a Jellicent, right? Even for super effective. So I think people are just opting not to run it because it's not bad, but it's just, again, why would you run that when like a Jellicent could just do a lot better as a ghost type? As a dragon type, it's fine, I think. But again, Dragon Claw is a lot more expensive now, so you can't really Dragon Breath anything down for the most part. But yeah. Okay, Oranguru is actually an interesting one. It's ranked really high right now because of all the ghost types. It's great into Jellicent as well. You have the Trailblaze, you have the Brutal Swing, Confusion, really chunks. 21 overall. I don't know if this is a little bit overrated in a way though, because it does beat a lot of things in the top of the meta. But at the same time, it's just, I don't know. It's really weird if you're getting into Steel type for sure. And it's pretty expensive to make, so maybe a lot of people don't even have it. I want to say it's meta, but I'd probably put it at fringe. I think it has a lot of play into the meta. Where's Doublade? Doublade is all the way in meta tier. Yeah, I think Doublade is actually quite good. It's just very expensive to make, and a lot of people probably don't have it. But speaking of Dragon types too, Ghost Lord obviously is quite good in this meta with the Jellicent buff, resisting everything. It is only 46 overall. I actually do think this is actually a little bit more meta than Giratina even. So I would actually put it here. Yeah, I think it's actually a little bit better. But and you get the Dragon Claw in 15 turns. So a little bit slower than the Giratina, but not too bad. And the Brutal Swing's nice. Just getting to the Brutal Swing in 3 is really, really good, right? I've seen quite a few for a good reason. Do we have other... Yeah, Gudra is here. 81 overall. That's okay. I'd say this is like definitely on the more fringe meta category side of things because there's just better dragons, but it is still a fairly safe dragon. Kingdra is one of those that has been sitting really well ever since it got Swift, but I think it's kind of a bait dependent one. I don't actually think it's ranked 31 overall. That seems a little crazy in my mind, but yeah, we'll throw it there. It's just I don't know. I think you just run one of these two dragons instead. Or Regidrago, actually, is probably the way better dragon. Because you're throwing a normal move, Swift, and Outrage. When you could be throwing Vice Grip, which is way better than Swift, and Dragon Energy. And you're both throwing Dragon Breath. Why would you ever run the Kingdra over the Regidrago? Besides the water typing, but... The water typing doesn't even help you in some situations, right? Like, it's worse for you in some situations. It's not bad in some other ones, obviously. Like, you're taking neutral from ice. So, but I think Regidrago was just the better dragon in this situation. Zygarde has been a menace for a while in Ultra League, or at least for like at least one season, maybe even 2 at this point. It is still 24 overall. And I do think that this one could be... quite good still. Crunch, Earthquake, it's not bad. Is it meta? I'll probably put it here for now. It's not bad. I haven't seen any just because I think everyone's been playing some of the new stuff, but I do think it's still like a very solid Pokemon in Ultra League for what it's worth. Como-O, another dragon. A lot of dragons in Ultra League. Como-O, upper hand, scaling, clanging scales. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I probably put it here. It's not... Like, again, there's just better dragon options. It does have great movesets, but getting walled off completely by fairy types is not a fun time either, right? So there's just better and safer dragon options, whether you're throwing Vice Screw from Registrago, Earthquake from Zygarde, right? Those are all like gives you a little bit better coverage. I think if it had better coverage, maybe. It's also still pretty frail, even in a meta where it's higher level than Great League. Great League gets stupid frail, and Ultra League gets still fairly frail, I think. Especially in a meta where everything else is bulkier, right? Tornado is at 39. Definitely, it's a pretty heavy XL investment. But Incinerate, Brutal Swing, Dragon Claw, it's all right. Again, a fringe meta pick in my mind. There's just better dragons, and losing to other dragons is always not a good time. So, and then Jelson also resisting your Incinerate damage. I mean, you have Brutal Swing, but it's not going to do anything to really a Jelson in Ultra League. Kyurem was fairly common last season, and the Glaciai was pretty solid. It's a little weird into Jelson because you have to go for the Dragon Claw, which is more expensive than Glaciite, or Dracometer, which is very expensive and debuffs you. So if you don't land it, it's not as good. I think it's okay. Would I put it as a meta pick is the real question. I probably put it like somewhere around here. I think it's usable, but again, you don't see a lot of it because there's just better dragons usually. I think you could definitely win plenty of games with it though if you position it well. Yeah. Grimmsnarl is a kind of a more recent addition to... How do you even spell this thing? So with the H... Wait, what? Oh, sorry, with the R. Yeah. Grimmsnarl at 54 overall. I don't know if people just haven't given this a shot yet. Sucker Punch, Foul Play, Play Rough. I mean, it's not bad. Into the Jelson, Foul Play did get buffed as well. I don't know if it's good, though, because you kind of like don't have play into other fairies. I'll put it here for now for some fringe meta until I see really it being proven. Otherwise, I don't know. Florges at 7 overall. I do think Florges is quite solid. It's very safe. I don't think it like hard beats a lot though with this moveset combination, but I do think it's like fairly safe. I'd probably put it right here. I think Dusknoir's a lot safer because you actually take stuff out with it, whereas Florges like you know, okay, great into a Gastrodon, I guess. I don't even think one Trailblaze takes it out in one shot, but it's not bad there. It's just very like safe and neutral. Clefable is quite good too. I actually kind of like Clefable even more because it actually does what it's supposed to do. With the Meteor Mash, it beats all the fairies. Moonblast does a ton into the dragons. It's pretty bulky as well. So I do like it a lot. Tinkaton, kind of dropping a bit in utility. With Clefable being buffed, it also makes it harder, right? Because you're taking neutral damage from the Meteor Mash, and you're throwing, what, Play Rough back? Like, it's okay, but... I don't know. I mean, I guess they're all throwing neutral moves all the way throughout. You're also resisting the fair wind damage, whereas you're doing neutral. But I think it's just there's like fire types. Unfortunately, that does much better into Tinkaton, ground types as well. And then, yeah, and obviously absolutely destroyed from Corviknight if you do see any. I think it's okay. I would probably put this I'll probably put this around like the fringe category. It's... Yeah, I don't know. Fringe meta. It feels a little bit harder to run, but might be solid still. Corviknight, its counterpart, rank 2 overall. Is it a rank 2 Pokemon? Is the real question. The payback is nice, obviously for Jelsons. I haven't even seen too much of it for what it's worth, but I think this might be a symptom of everyone just playing everything else. With Air Cutter, it's really kind of underwhelming into fairies. Like, you're throwing Air Cutter into a Clefable. Yeah, you do beat it, but it's just like very awkward in the damage you get off of that. Like, Air Cutter is like one of the most like underwhelming moves, like in damage wise. I think it's okay though. I probably put it here. I think it does better into its hardware matches than Florges does. But it also doesn't do as much as you would think it should do in, like, the winning matchups. Obviously, like, if you have it into a Tinkaton, that's fine, right? Or if you have it into a Gastrodon, that's fine. But, yeah. Speaking of Gastrodon, 14 overall. It's not bad. You're probably running Earth Power here. I think it's maybe put in meta. It's okay. Yeah, I feel like it's not like fringe meta by any means, but a lot of people again are running Jelsons, and you have to go all the way to the Earth Power to do any meaningful charge attack damage, right? So, Toucannon, yes, great point, Peter Rushworth. So, Toucannon, I have seen quite a few of these. Shadow Toucannon's at 25, and this thing hits hard, and it's bulky. It actually has bulk in Ultra League for once. You don't have to shield literally everything. Stuff still does kind of hurt, but not as bad. And then the non-shadow's at 37, so even if you don't have that shadow, it's kind of nice. This is definitely a meta pick in my mind. I think it's 100% a meta pick. And yeah, it feels actually very, very solid in this meta. Speaking of some birds, Bombardier, Sucker Punch, it's okay. I'll throw this in the fringe category as well. I don't know. It just, again, it's just, why would you run this over a Mandibuzz or a Galarian Moltres? So the other Dark Flyers, Mandibuzz or Snarl, Foul Play, Shadow Ball. You could run it with Air Slash too. I think Snarl makes a lot of sense in Ultra League with all the ghost types around and everything being bulkier. And there's not a lot of fighters, and also like it's not really like Virizion. Actually, Virizion might beat this. Let me sim this real quick. I feel like Virizion. Oh my gosh, you lose to Virizion without Air Slash. Yeah, I think you need to run Air Slash. You tie in the zeros against Virizion, and then you lose to it in the 1s and 2s. This is something that's double weak to flying. But if you don't have a flying move, it doesn't matter. And they're throwing double kick at you. This is not Virizion with Stone Edge. This is Sacred Sword Virizion. Sacred Sword Leaf Blade. So yeah, it's kind of it's pretty awkward. But I do think it's still quite the bulk machine. And obviously if you get it into a Jellicent, you're feeling fantastic about yourself. I'll put this in like the bottom, the meta category for now, just because I don't think it's as like good as you would expect. Galarian Moltres is still a monster. It's ranked #1 overall for good reason. I don't think it's as reliable as Jellicent though, even if it's ranked higher. But you have something to hit back against most of the fairies, not Tinkaton, but the other fairies. Your best tier Pokemon are all the most expensive. Yeah. Welcome to Ultra League. Yeah, there's not a lot of good Ultra League Pokemon that are not XLs. Virizion, though, is one of them. 16 overall. I do think Virizion's quite nice with the Ultra League meta rolling around. It's honestly probably the best fighter we have, and it's a very solid one at that. I probably put it here because, again, actually I put it here. It's something that beats what it should beat, right? It has really great wins, and obviously, like, you catch it into, like, a Talonflame. Yeah, it's not great. But Talonflames has dropped quite a bit, too. Talonflame's all the way at top 100. 100. And the Shadow's 130, but Shadow's pretty expensive because you need, like, a hundo to make it that good. This is not as meta as it used to be. I put it at the fringe meta. I think it's better than maybe Tinkaton, because Tinkaton you could just run other things besides Tinkaton, but Talonflame has slightly more unique typing. Because Charizard is not that good. It's at 229. I still have it. I have it on here because from last time. This is like, I probably put it at the very bottom of fringe meta. Because it's not as bad as some of these other things, but it's just not as good. It's recommended Dragon Breath on P-Poke, but even with Ember, it doesn't really change too much in my mind. I faced it with Steelix and even resisted that Beak Blast hurts. Yeah, and then they debuff you, right? Man, you're kind of giving me some ideas. I might have to run some Toucannon with some Shadow T-Tar, maybe. Skeletor is at 82 overall. Obviously, this is a little bit better than some of the other fires, given that it has Shadow Ball for the Jellicent. But I'm going to put it in fringe. Fires are kind of hard to run this time around, it seems like, for good reason. The Ninetales is another fire type. 75 overall. That's okay. It's all right. Maybe put it here. It's just like the coverage is kind of mono fire. You could obviously run Scorching Sands or Solar Beam, but generally speaking, there's just better fire types you could run instead. The Alolan Ninetales, though, is much better. Shadow is at 52 overall, which is quite nice. With the Powder Stone buff, it's obviously going to do a little bit more damage. And then the non-Shadow is 73, so still quite serviceable. Is it meta? I don't know. I probably put it at fringe meta still. There's a lot of other ice types. Walrein is kind of back in a way. 19th overall. It's a lot bulkier in Ultra League for what it's worth. I don't know if it's meta, though. I'd even put this in fringe meta. It's just like with Jellicent running around so much, it's kind of hard to use it. That's the issue. I don't think it's a bad Pokemon. It's just that in this meta, it's really, really hard to use. It's kind of like the last meta where like things that were really weak to Belly Bolt were just hard to use, even if they're good Pokemon. It's just that because so many teams have Belly Bolt, it's hard to justify running it, you know? But, yeah. Well, hey, what's up? Oh, this is for Ultra League. When would I do one for Great League? Actually, great question. I already did one for Great League, so I'll link you the YouTube video if you like, because yeah, I'll do that so then you can check it out. But yeah, I already have that one. I do have a whole VOD on that, so let me link that. Yep, I'll paste it in this chat, and I'll paste it in the YouTube chat as well in case anyone is curious. I'm gonna do the Master League one after this, not like today, but like probably the week of Master League, actually, when it's like fresh on everyone's mind. Okay, yeah, so I think that's my main issue with Walrein. Abomasnow, another ice type, ice grass. It's okay, you know, 68 overall. Might be usable to a degree, but I don't know. I don't really love it. It's definitely on the more fringe meta side of things. Kind of been outclassed in some recent times. A Lowland Sandslash is 76 overall. Again, kind of one of those where like Jelson does are so good in these situations. So why would you really run it? The typing is nice, especially with less fires around, but it's just there's still plenty of things that beat it. Lapras was kind of a heavy hitter for in the past, and it still is at number 3 overall. Here's the issue with Lapras. It's so hard to run with Jelson around. So I'm putting it in the top of the fringe. Because yes, it's a really good Pokemon, but the problem is there's Jelson everywhere. And you get walled off so hard from it. You can still chip it down, but in Ultra League, it is still rough. You lose every... The only shield situation you win with Lapras is you have 2 shields and they have 0. That's it. You lose all the other 8 shielding situations. You win 1 out of the 9 shielding situations. That's kind of rough. I mean, obviously, it's a hard. You're hard walled outside of the side wave. Like, yeah, it's even worse if you have like, you know, Ice Shard or Frost Breath for what it's worth. But it's ranked 3 overall, which is crazy to put a rank like top 3 Pokemon in the meta to put it in fringe. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to do it like that. I'll put it here. I'll put it here. Maybe here. Yeah, I'll do it. I won't do it that dirty. But it's just like, it's just really hard to use in a Jelson meta. I guess if you avoid the Jelson, it's fine, right? It's just, you know, so maybe that's fine. So, but if you do run to Jelson, though, it's not going to be a good time. Convey with Meteor Mash make it hard to run ice types. Yes, but if you look at the ice types though, right, which ones actually take super effective damage? Walrein's neutral. Yeah, super effective here. Super effective here. This is neutral. This is super effective. This is super effective. So yeah, I guess so. But there's a lot of other things that make ice types kind of hard to run too. But yeah, Walrein's probably going to be the most common. Oh, and Lapras. Walrein and Lapras probably the most 2 common ones, and only doing neutral there is not terrible. Don't have an Ultra League Moltres? Me neither. I got 1, and it's for Great League, and it's pretty bad. So, I probably wouldn't. I haven't seen that many Galarian Moltres. It's ranked number 1, but it's actually, it doesn't feel like a ranked number 1 Pokemon. Like, Jelson feels like a lot better than Moltres, even though it's ranked 3 places lower, which is not that much lower for what it's worth. So, yeah. Okay, other types, Aurorus is an ice type as well. 44 overall, Powder Snow, Weather Ball, Meteor Beam. It's okay. It's just like one of those kind of niche ones that just like, what are we really running this for, right? And also into a Lapras or into a Jelson meta, kind of hard to run. Other water types, Blastoise is all right, but again, you resist. Jelson resists everything in your toolkit outside the rollout damage. So definitely still on the more fringe side of things. Probably put it here, actually. Yeah. And are we back into a Walrein Nidoqueen meta like the good old days of 2022? Not quite. Nidoqueen is not that great. It's at 107 overall. Pretty niche in meta usage, I guess. Kind of going to be one of these like weird ones that doesn't really have a ton of as play in some situations, but they're just are usually better ground options, better poison options as well too. Weezing, Galarian Weezing's at 60. It's kind of, this thing's like a Swiss Army knife. It's all right. I'd probably put it like, I don't know, here. I don't even know. It's just like it's not bad. It has a lot of play in a lot of situations. It's just that unfortunately can't run every moveset of choice, right? So, But where would I put Ampharos? I would put Ampharos in the B tier. Yeah, if I did. It's not in the top 100, and I only included a few things that weren't in the top 100, but it's serviceable. Definitely could win some games with it. I lost to one earlier today. Oh, hitting 2494 is nice. Yeah, even if it's a bad rank, if you could come close to 2500, that's always a good sign. Because you at least get the most out of it, and that means that you at least win charge attack priority, right, with higher attack. If you have high attack and you hit like 2460, you oftentimes lose charge attack priority to things that are ranked higher than you. Because you're just missing like a power-up, essentially. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Swubs? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're just powering through this tier list here. For Alligator, kind of moves up the tier list a bit based on last season's. 9th overall, Shadow Claw, Hydro Cannon, Ice Beam. It's all right. Would I put it as meta? Yeah, I think so. I think it's actually pretty solid meta-wise. Because it just hits hard. You force shields a lot. And if you decide to run it with Crunch, it's even better into Jellicent. So you have that flexibility too if you really need that coverage. And yeah, I mean, your opponents won't shield the first Crunch in all likelihood. Because they know it won't take them out. And it won't put them in Shadow Claw range right away. But yeah. They had to at least think about it for a half second until you throw. Samrots. I don't like it. It's at 43 overall, but I just don't like it. You have all resistant moves for Jellicent on top of it. I think like Feraligatr has always felt a little bit better as a Hydro Cannon pure water user. I don't even know where to put this thing. Probably like somewhere around like Blastoise area, I would say. Yeah, Moltres cooks. Yeah, I think if you could do that, then it's fine. Add Shadow Shelgon. I don't even that probably doesn't even hit 2000 CP, right? Yveltal. So in Ultra League, it is actually not ranked as low as you think, but I think there's just better options. Like just run Galarian Moltres, same typing, right? Galarian Moltres is a lot better. Yveltal's just not as bulky, and same thing with Manabuzz. They're both just way bulkier. Yes, Oblivion Wing boosts you a bit, but when you're that frail, the boosted defense doesn't really like just run something that's already bulkier, right? To start things out. I think it's if you're gonna make it is cheaper to make than a Manabuzz, and obviously it's easier to probably get than a Galarian Moltres if you already have one in your inventory. Galarian Moltres is a little bit hard to come by, right? Yeah, it does. Oh, hey, I need to see you run that, and then maybe. Yeah, if you don't have one, I would run the Manabuzz. But if you don't have the Manabuzz, I would run the Bombardier still over it. It would be the 4th Dark Flyer of choice in my mind. Unless Honchkrow is better, which it might be. No, Honchkrow's way worse. Yeah, don't run Honchkrow. Other Dark types, Malamar. Shadow is at 12 overall. Non-Shadow is at 23. Malamar, I actually like a lot. I actually think Malamar is actually pretty nasty in certain situations. The Shadow is particularly really nasty. So I'm actually going to put it up there. These are kind of interchangeable. I actually am going to move the Giratina down a bit. I think it's not as reliable as it used to be. Also, I don't know about the Salutical. The Salutical is kind of like a sim hero in a way, I think. I don't think it's as reliable as it seems. So we'll move that around. I don't know if Toucan is that high up, but maybe. 1494 Shadow Shelgon. Wait, but how does it power up to Ultra League? Because this is an Ultra League tier list, right? I call my Galarian Moltres a Pokeball. I like to... Yo, what? What CP was it? That's crazy. I mean, you had to have dropped a Golden Raz at a minimum, right? Umbreon, I thought would move up a little bit more because it actually looks like it has a little bit more play in Great League, but I don't know. It's okay still. Maybe I'll put it here. It's still a bulk machine. You're going to beat Jellicent, but there's just other better dark types, right? In Ultra League. Pangoro at 158. This was okay for a bit, but I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I'll throw it here. Yeah. But I think it was good in a Belly Bolt meta, but because they had like Sucker Punch and it was kind of nice. It's still solid with the moveset it has. And if you land in close combat neutrally or super effective, it's kind of over. You think Dustorn needs some attack? I have some at top 5, but I don't have XLs. Oh, what do you mean doesn't need some attack? Like, what does that mean doesn't need attack? Like, do you need a... I'm actually not sure what you're specifically saying. Oh, use a Golden Raz? Okay. Still, 490. I've had level 1, like, Legendary Burst run on me with a Golden Raz and Ultra Ball. That's crazy, though. Do you have a bunch or something, CL? Because how else, like... I would not risk it myself, but oh, to win any charge attack priority. I see what you're saying. Personally, no. It's Ultra League, so most people that make Ultra League Pokemon are going for high stat product. Because it feels kind of like a waste, right? To build one with high attack, and like you're already spending hundreds of thousands of dust plus hundreds of XLs. It seems like not really worth it in my mind for a lot of people. At least that's always been my mentality. So I think you could always assume that most people in Ultra League have slightly higher rank stuff for XL builds. Like, it would make the most amount of sense, right? You're trying to get the most bang for your buck. But yeah, I mean, I think if you are running like a rank 5 or top 5 ranked Dusknoir, the way I play it out is because I build a lot of Pokemon with really high rank. I typically default for that. I don't go for charge attack priority in a lot of situations. So whenever I'm in a match, I almost always assume that I lose charge attack priority. I almost always assume I lose charge attack priority. And I just play around it, and it's fine. It works. Some days it bites me, but most days it's I'm able to play around it. I'm never like surprised I lose, right? Charge attack priority. Once I'll have like a really bad, poorly built attack Pokemon. I'm usually surprised when I win charge attack priority. But yeah, Shadow Scizor, that's all right. It's probably throw it here. It's a little bit bulkier in Ultra League, and it does have coverage in Jellicent, but Jellicent's just so much bulkier in Ultra League. I think it could be okay, though. Speaking of bugs, Crustle is in the top 50 somehow. 48 overall. Yeah, this thing's kind of weird. I'll throw it here, but I don't know. It's got some probably positive wins against some of the flyers and stuff, so that's why it's ranked so high. Like, you know, Moltres, but is it actually good is a question. Fortress, though, is pretty disgusting. It's very good. Unfortunately, also XL investment, so super expensive, but the typing's really good for the fairies. It's got the Bolt Switch for the Jellicent. You could debuff with the Rock Tomb. You have the Earthquake as well for the other steel types and maybe fires. Most of the flyers are probably flying fires, but in case you run into a fire, you know, stuff like that. It's very, very good. Yeah. Yeah, Charizard. Honestly, a lot of the fire types are pretty much out of it for this meta. Yeah, there just aren't really good fire types. Like, no fire types really made it here, right? Other steel types, Steelix, kind of a bulk machine, but is it really that good? It has the Crunch, it has the Psychic Fangs, maybe. Would I put it in meta? Maybe like at the very bottom of meta? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really beat a lot of things, right? It's okay into a lot of things, but it doesn't hard beat. You have the flexibility of the moveset, though. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, it could be really good into Moltres if more people decide to run it. But again, it's just Fortress kind of just cooks you too, right, with the Earthquake. So you thought it was Great League? Oh yeah, no, it's Ultra League. Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. I was like, Shadow Shelgon in Ultra League is nuts. I forgot too. In my TikTok stream, it doesn't show like what tier list it is. In YouTube, it says it's Ultra League tier list, right? So that's my bad. Golisopod? Did I already place Golisopod or no? I don't think I did. Why am I feeling like I did? Anyway, Golisopod. It's been meta in past metas. It's okay. 28 overall. The problem is you're completely walled off from Jellicent. So again, one of those kind of weird ones where maybe not as good. Empoleon, I do think is actually quite good. Yeah, number 6 overall. I didn't even need to see it, and I already knew it was going to be quite good. Empoleon is very, very solid here. It's very safe too. It has a lot of play into things. I'll probably put it around here. I like it. I like the Virizion more because it like really wins this matchup. It should win. Empoleon is still very good for a fairy counter, but it's not throwing steel moves outside the metal sound. So that's kind of one of the things holding it back. Togekiss I don't love as much. I think it's okay. But I'd probably put it more in the fringe category for now. It's going to get you some wins, but it's so underwhelming in some of these neutral matchups, especially the waters like Jellicent. What do you do? Like, you throw Side Shock. You could go for Dazzling Gleam, but it's still not enough, and you're just not as bulky. Jirachi I have on here because it is in the top 100 for what it's worth. That's 70 overall. Definitely on the more fringe meta side of things. Its typing's okay, but again, being that weak to Jellicent is not a good time. So, yeah. Credilli is super excelled. Has to be 100%. Or you could Best Buddy, I guess, and have some other spread. 50 overall. Not bad. Not good, though. I don't know. There's a lot of fighters. Dusknoir's kind of good into it. I put it right here. These three all have some merit in the meta category. But, you know, But yeah, so I don't know. It's not as good as it was in past metas, but still not bad. Actually, you know what? It's not bad as the Moltres either. I will throw it up here, actually. If Steelix can make it up here, I think this could be quite solid still. Maybe I even put it... Actually, yeah, it's actually not that bad of grass. Love Steelix. Yeah. Dude, if you played in the old... the 2023 fall time when it had Breaking Swipe at its full power, that thing was disgusting. I was just beating Charizard. This wasn't Thunderfang, it was just Dragon Tail. I was just beating Charizard, shielding through and everything. It was wild. Registeel. This thing's kind of falling off quite a bit. Real hard, actually. I'll throw it like here or something. Actually, no, that's a little too disrespectful, I think. I'd probably put it around here. It's just so, no, I think we can do it like here, maybe. It's just so much slower. Everything's so much faster these days. Everything's getting faster. Shadow Ball's faster. Foul Play's faster. You know, I don't know what other stuff. A lot of things are faster. And just Registeel's moves never got faster. So once you just shield their moves, they're fine. Or if you know you survived the move, they can't lock on you down, right? So, Golurk is... I don't know why this is on here. I should have took this off. This thing is just... It used to be my hot garbage Pokemon. Now it's just kind of the probably bad Pokemon, if anything. Actually, yeah, it's probably bad. It's not as good as it used to be. Might be usable to a degree, but not as useful. Licky did get a solid buff though with the Shadow Ball. Rollout's solid for some fast energy generation. Body Slam's a great bait, and it got buffed a little bit last season. Then now Shadow Ball got buffed this season. This thing is actually really solid in my mind. I like it a lot. I'd probably put it here. It's a really great answer to Jellicent as well, and it is disgustingly bulky. Disgusting bulky. Yeah, this is all for Ultra Tisu. Yep. Yeah, sorry, I didn't clarify that. But is Tentacruel up there with Nor and Clefable so high? Yeah, because it's so safe still, you know? And it can hit Nor back with a payback. You can't let a payback go on a Dusknoir, especially a Shadow, right? I lost to one just like earlier today, and I had my Jellicent in the lead against it. But it's just I have to shield the payback. And if I don't shield it, that's just so much of my health. Yeah, they can't really poison sting me down after, but that's like so much health that I know is coming. And like I just need to shield. So I do think it's actually quite solid. And then Clefable hard loses to it. Because Tentacruel is a hard answer to it, right? You have poison damage, you resist everything that the Clefable throws, unless they have Psychic for a reason, which most probably wouldn't. Yeah, so it's going to really enjoy the fairy matchups. It's a little bit worse into Verzion without the poison coverage in the charge tag. So Cresselia, one of the older stuff. Confusion, Grassland, Moonblast is okay. It's just not as good, right, with Jellicent around. I'll put it here, maybe here. Yeah, it's just Jellicent makes it a little bit harder. It's okay though. I think that the coverage is nice into some of these things, but it's a little bit hard to use, I think. You know, Stunfisk is still in the top 100. It's definitely one of those like kind of more alright Pokemon as well. Gobalion, the other sort of Justice, is definitely not as good as Verzion. Not only do you lose against it, but you're not as good into the what do you call it? You're not as good into the Jellicent. Sorry, did I say that? Yeah, you're not as good into Jellicent, so it's all right. You know, Stone Edge is okay. Less Fires is good for you, but like you're just losing the head-to-head to the most popular fighter, which is Verzion. So why not just run Verzion at that point? Mewtwo, Armor Mewtwo, 42 overall. This was really good last season, but again, Jellicent makes this kind of a lot harder to run now. I still think it's really good. I just don't think it's as good. And also Licky with Shadow Ball, Fortress being around, these are not great matchups for it, right? Not at all. So I'll throw it right there. For good sake, though, I don't really like when Armor Mewtwo is really meta, because I'll make a video featuring Armor Mewtwo, and people are like, how do I get one? I was like, go back in time a couple years and raid it, but like, otherwise, there's really no way. You can try to get it from trades, but a lot of people don't even have them anymore to trade, because they already traded them in the past, right? I have like 2 I can maybe trade people, but I'm like really holding off on it because they're so rare, right? And I think someone leaked that they might be coming back or like somewhere, but for the time being, it's not accessible at all. And then Dragonites used to be more meta, but it's just on the list. I definitely need to take it off after this one. 198 overall, almost 200. Shadow, non-shadows at 269. Yeah, I don't know. It's got okay coverage, but it's just, I give it a little bit of respect, but it's just not what it used to be. Before, Shadow Dragonite was really good because the fast attack pressure actually did something. Now you have to throw moves. And when you have to throw moves like Thunder Punch and Superpower, those are kind of underwhelming moves. You might as well just run a different dragon. You might as well run like a Regidrago with Dragon Energy and Vice Grip, right? 2 moves that are actually really good right now, so. Typhlosion I originally had on this list, but I took it off. It's not that good. I would put Typhlosion in the lower fringe meta category, yeah. Probably bad is a little too much of a disservice to it. Lower fringe meta is pretty accurate, I would say. What's up, Jason? This is going to be a good stream. I can feel it. Unfortunately, this is the stream. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm ending it here because, well, yeah. This is the tier list. I will be back and streaming my battles tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But I just only did 1 set of battles, and then I got the tier list. For anyone that missed the full tier list breakdown stuff, I will be dropping a YouTube video on it, so be on the lookout for that. I will drop my YouTube channel as well in my TikTok chat in case you are curious to see it. But the full breakdown as well as other tiers I may have are all there. But yeah, this is going to be my assessment. I do like where everything is placed for the most part. Jelson does look like a monster, but a lot of people are bringing answers to it. So don't make... If it feels like it's hard to run because everyone has answers to it, it's because it's so good and everyone's probably been running it. Toucannon, though. This thing looks kind of fun, and I might give it a shot. Honestly, I'm going to bump Toucannon up past Guzzlord. I think Toucannon has really solid typing. And mono, all normal moves, or sorry, all flying moves, still could get the job done, I think. So I might run it a little bit myself in the coming days, but stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is how I think the tier list should be, and let me know your thoughts in the chat or in the comments down below if you're watching YouTube. But anyway, Armor Mewtwo has a high chance to be lucky. It's so old. 100%. Yeah, this was pre-2020. It was like 2017 maybe, or 2018. Yeah. Thanks. Goodbye, Stardust. Well said, Juanba. Well said. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. So best of luck in your Ultra League climbs, and stay tuned for my Master League tier list, which I will work on next week. Master League, I actually really like a lot. It's a lot of fun, and some of the shakeups might make some of that pretty interesting. So anyway, hope you have a good one, and thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you all later. Peace.